What is going on, everyone? I am the YuGiOh Scrub, but you can call me Bailey. My apologies for not uploading the past few days. It was Mother's Day weekend, very busy for me. Hopefully, you guys all had a great Mother's Day weekend. Got to celebrate the people that brought us into this world, whether we like it or not. I like it personally, and hopefully everyone else does. And if not, make it a fantastic day by doing something besides watching this video. And if you do like this video, well, you can let me know in the comments, all that. Regardless, though, it's actually still a pretty busy couple of days for me. I have a concert coming up. I'm going to see Kendrick Lamar tonight at Gillette Stadium. Not really a big rap concert goer, and not even like super into rap music, but the way I view it, like I do love Kendrick. I love his lyricism. And as a Patriots fan, it's like seeing Tom Brady play live, which is unfortunately something I never actually got to do. But I want to, when I die, say that I saw the greatest alive at what he does perform. And so there's my explanation for why I spent some money to go to this concert, but I'm very excited for that, so I'm going to film a quick video. We were playing a couple videos ago, played a lot against Burn, just happened to run into some Burn players, and if you can't beat them, join them. So we are playing with a Burn deck I've thrown together that I'm calling No Spells for You, because it really is just Burn, but with triple Curse of Darkness and as few spells as I possibly could. Frankly, I actually had a version with even one level limit area B and just Graceful and Pot, because, of course you're going to run Graceful and Pot. But yeah, lots and lots of traps using Mask of Darkness to get them back, Tsukiyomi to get those back again, got the Morphing Jars to just fill our hands with the powerful traps and hopefully burn our opponent. That's the idea here, but let me know in the comment section, going back to the music thing, who your favorite artists are, favorite rapper or non-rapper, just in general. Maybe the last concert you went to, if you've been to one recently, how it was, all this stuff. Just, spark a little conversation. I do read them all, and also been reading the comments. Haven't been responding as much as I typically was in the past, like a week ago. I try to get to them all. At the very least, I see them, but, spending time with my mom, and, unfortunately for you guys commenting, but fortunately for me, it was having a good time with her and not responding to comments. But that all being said, you guys can see this deck. Let's go ahead and go join the GOAT format ladder. And my apologies for the dog. She is with her squeaky toy, found that she can rip the head open and get to the squeaker, and she, I think, thinks it's like an internal organ because she loves to take it out. I stuff it back in, and then she rips it out again. Hopefully all the fluff just kind of, will come out, and eventually she loses interest in this toy, but probably not. It's her favorite. It's a Lammy. Alright, we win the rock, paper, scissors against JLR Kramer 102110. We will be going first. Wishing my opponent some luck in return. Thank you very much. Not going to try to say her name again. And our opening hand looks pretty solid. We have Sandgan, Gravity Bind, Ojama Trio, Ceasefire. I think we just go ahead. We do set the Sandgan here because we want the Mask of Darkness to be a little more safe. And we could actually even set the Ceasefire because if he does try to Nobleman a Crossout, and we'll set Ojama Trio as well. But if Nobleman Crossouts, we can chain the Ceasefire and flip the Sandgan up. It'll still get rid of the Nobleman from his hand, but it'll keep our Sandgan alive, and then we can get ourselves a Mask of Darkness. And he's committing more cards to the board anyway, so it's actually pretty good for us. He sets 3 passes. We get the Mask of Darkness. I think we go ahead and set the Gravity Bind, set the Mask of Darkness, and I shouldn't have set the Mask. I maybe should have set the Ceasefire first, or used Ceasefire, because Mask won't get its effect, but we have the Tsukiyomi to flip it back face down if need be. Mask of Darkness is getting destroyed anyways, so we're not going to use a Ceasefire there. But we might be using the Ojama Trio when he summons a monster. Nope, he just passes his turn. After seeing the Mask of Darkness, we get a Deskawala. We'll go ahead and flip summon the Sandgan and just try to attack in. We do get over the Sandgan, fortunately for us. We'll set the Deskawala and pass our turn. Deskawala being level 3 is also kind of interesting because it can attack through the Gravity Bind. He summons Kaiku. We'll use the Gravity Bind here. No reason not to. Maybe it baits an MST. Okay, and that's exactly what it does. So I'll take 800. He can get rid of the Mask of Darkness. And we'll declare the effect of Sangan to get ourselves... we'll go another Mask of Darkness just because it keeps him guessing a little bit. Also, potentially, if it gets Nobleman, we already have like one. I mean, actually, no, because we'd set it. But, you know, we'll see how it goes. He did normal summon. We get Magic Cylinder. I mean, I could get 800 burn damage here if I flip the Death Koala. But I think the better play is just going to be set Magic Cylinder, set Mask of Darkness, and pass. And kind of keep him guessing what this could be. He attacks the new one. We will Magic Cylinder. Just say no to that one attack. And this Ojama Trio, if we just draw like a Just Desserts, it's becoming very powerful. We draw Torrential Tribute, which is not too good. Maybe it should be in the side deck if we're being honest. Okay, here I can get 1200 plus the Magic Cylinder back. 12 plus 15 is 27, which is half his life points. Then I set Torrential. I can even use the Ojama Trio. We'll go ahead, flip the Death Koala. And then summon Tsukiyomi, declare, target the Death Koala. Setting it. And we're not going to set the Torrential quite yet. We will just go to end phase and pass our turn. I don't think I want to flip the mask and get the Magic Cylinder back. Not quite yet. Opponent sets a monster. Uses Metamorphosis. It's a Sinister Serpent. So I maybe should have set the... Taking my Death Koala. Okay. We get Mirror Force. I can't flip summon the Mask of Darkness, unfortunately. I will set the Mirror Force and the Torrential, and I think pass the turn. But before that, I will Ojama Trio. Freeing up some back row space, not that we have any more back row, but I don't want him to summon a monster. I suppose I could do this in the draw or standby of his turn, but I think just getting these on the board right away, and we have to remember that they are 1,000 defense tokens and level 2, which is it not letting him? Okay. There we go. So level 2, 1,000 defense, and here he can't summon Tsukiyomi, so unless he has a Book of Moon, then we are pretty much fine at the moment. We have 1,500 burn damage on board with the Ceasefire. Getting him somewhat low. We have 900 potentially if we were to summon and Torrential. So 15 plus 9, 24, more than half. Creature swap. I mean, that has to be okay. It's unfortunate, but yeah. And these are, just to remember, 1,000 defense. He then enemy controllers. Taking back his token. Getting rid of 1,000 dies restrict, but he can go to battle. And we'll Mirror Force. If he wants to... What do you have? He has no traps in his grave, so flipping the mask really doesn't do anything. Goes to end phase. Passes turn, giving us back the token. We draw Secret Barrel. Okay, let's think here. We have 1,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 2,400. He'll draw into a card. That's 2,600. So 1,000. So 26. Still not enough. We'll go ahead, set the Cyber Jar. And we'll set the Secret Barrel. I feel like there's no reason not to. Still no traps in his grave. He also will get the Sinister Serpent back, which is good for us. He's viewing his graveyard. No lights, so no banishing. Unless he drew a Thunder Dragon or something along those lines. Flips Magician of Faith. Meta. Think. We will activate Torrential, Chain Link 2, Response. And then I'm going to Secret Barrel. CL3, we will activate Secret Barrel. And we will take 300 from getting our own token off the board. And he's thinking now. And I think we will use the Ceasefire, because why not? And 4. So, we'll flip. Maybe that was a little too soon. Doesn't get its effect, very specifically. Alright. So 15, 18, 300. Not quite game. But he can get the meta back. Yep, he does get the meta. Just making sure, you know, it's one of those things easily forgotten. But all we need here, so he goes ahead, okay, unfortunately he does banish for the BLS. This is going to be a butt ton of damage, but if we draw like a Secret Barrel or just desserts and he doesn't have a back row remover, we draw Curse of Darkness. We will set the Tsukiyomi, set the Curse of Darkness. Very specifically, this has to be activated. You can't chain it to the spell, because it works on activation. So that's why I'm flipping it up now. It's not at resolution of the spell. So even if it does get MST'd, the way that would work would be MST gets activated, he pays 1,000, then Curse of Darkness gets destroyed. So just something to know about. Ooh, little giant germ action. And we get Deskawala. So we'll set the Deskawala, pass our turn. He can't activate spells. He does banish, but that keeps us somewhat safe. And apologies, something popped up on the other screen. Alright, we draw Pot of Greed. We'll pay 1,000. He Solemn Judgments, and that's going to be game 1. Alright, we just couldn't quite get there. I should have seen what my 2 draws were going to be, but alright. We'll bring in Dust Tornado, bring in MST, take out 1 Curse of Darkness. Actually, we're going to be going first, which can make it very powerful. Jowgen seems pretty good. Maybe 2, because we do have the Ojama Trios take out. Let's see. Jars of Greed. And if he's playing the actual with Judgments, I don't think he's playing the potential Decree in the side. We'll swap out those. Let's just see how it goes. I really, really, really want to get a game win with this silly, silly burn deck. The Curse of Darkness also, I mean, it doesn't protect you from Nobleman at all, but it does say that, like, Nobleman is a great card, but it potentially can not be the best. Alright, and I like our opening hand. We have Deskawala, Jar of Greed, Curse of Darkness, Nightmare Wheel, just desserts. So we have Jar to set, Nightmare Wheel, and we'll set the Curse of Darkness to protect us from the Heavy Storm. Just desserts doesn't do as much without monsters on the board, and we will activate in standby the Curse of Darkness. He has Heavy Storm. He does take the 1,000. We will activate the Jar of Greed, drawing a Ceasefire, and unfortunately all those cards go to the graveyard. So, very beneficial for him. He just T-sets. We draw Jowgen. We will flip summon the Deskawala. Then summon Tsukiyomi, setting the Deskawala. Set the Ceasefire. And we'll return this to the hand and pass our turn. And he has the Decree. Lovely. Well, we're going to be relying on this Deskawala. Well, he can get back Heavy Storm, which, go ahead, Heavy. I'm sure he's not going to Heavy until he gets the Mobius. Alright, so yeah, this game is all but through. We'll take 2,400. Though we can get over this Mobius, what am I talking about? Zaborg, apologies. We have another Deskawala draw. We'll summon the Tsukiyomi, set the Zaborg. Just run it over in battle. And then to hand and pass. So I should have suspected, I think the GOAT control decks, if they're pretty heavy on the GOAT stuff, are able to side relatively easily into a Decree version. And not a bad Decree version. He has Mind Control. Unfortunate, but we now take 1,600. He sets a monster and passes back our Deskawala. We draw Mask of Darkness, which will not be doing much against a Decree version right now. We'll set Tsukiyomi, set this, and pass our turn. Not going to flip it right now, just because I need it to be in defense position. If I flip it, a Kaiku, there's a lot that can just run right over it, and he has a Night Assailant anyways. Hits us for 200. Like I said, I think this game is pretty much over, but what can you do? We draw another Just Desserts. We'll summon the Mask of Darkness just so he can't get his own Tsukiyomi loops going off. And pass our turn. Five cards in my opponent's hand. We know one's Heavy Storm, though it could be a pro set heavy. He now has the Light in the Dark to banish. And if it's BLS, we lose. Let's see, does he go straight to battle? Yep. GG's. And yeah, so he had a bunch. He kept in some judgments, even with the decrees, which I suppose are good. Judgment can be incredibly powerful, but also really scary against burn, because sometimes you just get rid of the card that, especially because it's a counter trap. Your opponent, is chaining all their stuff together, and you just say no, and then you can't keep the chain going. Though chain burn's not really a thing in GOAT format. You can create big chains, but you're not really benefiting from them with the chain strikes and, other cards that came out into later formats. Alright, we have Ojama Trio, Desk Koala, Ojama Trio, Curse of Darkness, Jar of Greed. So we will go ahead, set Desk Koala, set Jar of Greed, set Curse of Darkness, and one Ojama Trio. Maybe we will set both, because we could potentially lock him. We're really hoping he doesn't have the Heavy Storm, Curse of Darkness in standby. So he pays 1,000. Drawing 2 cards. Please no Heavy Storm. Fill up your hand. MST, he has to pay 1,000. We'll chain the Jar of Greed, getting another Desk Koala. Sets a monster and passes. We draw another Jar of Greed. I like that draw. We will flip the Desk Koala, getting a nice 2,000 burn right away. And if I summon 3 and then beat over 1, he'll only have 2, so I can't use both. Could be Magician of Faith. We'll go ahead, though, set the Jar of Greed, set Secret Barrel, set the other Koala, and pass our turn. It is the Magician of Faith. Getting back Pot of Greed. Activates Pot of Greed. Pays 1,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Summons Parshath. Alright. I think we are going to activate Secret Barrel, chain Ojama Trio. So he has 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11, 22, and flip the other Desk Koala. And that's a good game for game 1. Okay. What do we want to bring in now? I think Breaker's going to be important. Let's take out, and the spells. What did we see? We saw Magician of Faith, we saw a Parshath. It could be Goat Control. But we didn't see it, so I, could still be just a Chaos Turbo. We're just going to be done siding right away. I want to see what he sides before I commit stuff to my own. Opening hand, Tsukiyomi, Cylinder, Ceasefire, Curse of Darkness, Tsukiyomi. So, don't love seeing the double Tsuk, but maybe it'll be powerful, who knows. Summons a Sangan, passes his turn, we draw a Morphing Jar. Okay. We'll go ahead and summon the Tsuk, set the Sangan, try to attack over this. Hopefully he doesn't get Sinister Serpent. Hopefully he gets a bad card. Like, if you don't know. Ooh, Magical Merchant. Interesting. Alright, we'll set Curse of Darkness, Magic Cylinder, and Ceasefire. Bring this back to our hand and pass our turn, and hope that's not a decree. It's a Dust Tornado. Hitting the Curse of Darkness. Alright. The namesake of the deck, but we still have a potential really, really solid Morphing Jar here. We get a Mask of Darkness. I think we go ahead and set the Mask of Darkness and pass our turn. He gets Nobleman, but we'll be able to use Ceasefire to protect the Mask of Darkness and make him take 1,000. But we do not get the flip effect. Tributes for a Parshath. And goes to battle. We will activate Magic Cylinder. Passes his turn. Okay. We will summon Sook, set the Mask of Darkness, flip the mask, getting Magic Cylinder, setting Cylinder and Greed, bringing this back to our hand. He sets a monster, sets a back row, goes to battle, and of course we're going to Magic Cylinder him once again. 3 Magic Cylinders in one game, maybe? Alright, passes his turn. We draw Ojama Trio. I like that because we'll be able to clog his board. We will use the Jar of Greed. Ring of Destruction. Alright, well that's unfortunate, but we get another mask anyways. We will set Mask of Darkness and set Ojama Trio. Yeah, you're right. And we will, before he has a chance to summon a monster, use Ojama Trio. Flips Magician of Faith to get Nobleman. That is unfortunate. Now we can Nobleman and get rid of our other Mask of Darkness, and yep, that's it. Tributes for another Parshath. We'll take 3,800. No Gores in this format. We get Death's Koala, which might just be enough for game. We'll set the Death's Koala and pass our turn. No spells or traps to set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He has to just attack. Don't set anything, just attack. He uses Metamorphosis on a Parshath for Dark Balter. And that's unfortunate because Death's Koala isn't negated. We'll take 19. We draw Gravity Bind, which is a fantastic draw in this situation. We'll then set the Morphing Jar and pass our turn. There's no Heavy Storm, no MST, no Dust Tornado. We will activate the Gravity Bind. He then Noblemans in main phase 2. You don't have to reveal the hand, and we have Just Desserts for game. If it goes through. We'll activate Just Desserts. GG's. And he left. Okay. Wasn't very happy about running into burn, especially not a good burn deck. No one likes losing against burn, and especially when it's like a janky burn deck, because it just feels even worse. I can understand if I lose to a Panda Burn. That's a powerful deck. You know, there's a reason it's topped events. When you lose against Curse of Darkness Burn, it's insult into injury. I'm picking Rock until I die. I know we picked Scissors first. Okay, well, he wins the Battle of the Minds, the Battle of the Wits. Picking Paper against our Rock. We are playing against Arianator. Guys, why don't you just make your name something simple like BB3? Why do people always do something wild that I can't say? Also, why is it always sideways? Why can't it be on the top? Okay, ooh, solid. Opening hand. Morphing Jar, Mirror Force, Curse of Darkness, Area B, Trio, Gravity Bind. We'll set the jar, set Ojama Trio, set Mirror Force, activate Area B, set Gravity Bind, set Curse of Darkness, pass our turn. In standby, we'll activate the Curse of Darkness. MSTs, he still takes 1,000. But, okay, so we trade the MST for 1,000 damage, basically. And get the Curse of Darkness off of the board. He's playing Solar Flare Dragon. It does go to defense. He sets another back row end phase. I take 500. We draw Tsukiyomi. We'll activate the Ojama Trio, just so he can't get any more on board. We will set the Tsukiyomi and pass our turn. We draw Cyber Jar. We'll set the Cyber Jar, pass our turn once again. Just playing it nice and slow. We'll take 500 in end phase. Get Desk Koala. Set the Desk Koala. And this is good because now we can kind of start doing a Desk Koala flip Tsukiyomi and have that going. We'll take 500. He passes. We draw another Ojama Trio. I like that. Flip the Desk Koala. Do we try to run it over in battle? Run over the Solar Flare, I mean. I don't even think we do. I think we keep his board clogged. We'll flip summon Tsukiyomi. Declare it does go to defense, but we will set the Desk Koala. And end phase, bring this to hand and pass our turn. Battle of the Burn right now. He's playing what I like to call like Linger Burn. I love Solar Flare Dragon. One of my favorite fun cards. I like the idea of putting the Solar Flare lock. I have a lot of decks that are designed to do that. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll take 16. Plus 16. So did he just see his burn cards before I saw mine? He sets 1 back row, 2 back row, passes his turn, and 500, yep, from the Solar Flare. Alright, we draw Jar of Greed. We will flip the Desk Koala. And now we will try to attack. Magic Cylinder. Take 1,100. Is there anything we can do? Mirror Force, Gravity Bind. Nope. But then I suppose we'll summon the Tsukiyomi, try to set this, bring this to hand, pass our turn. So, oh, I should have set the Jar of Greed. What am I thinking? That was a mistake on my part. End phase, we take another 500. And is this the burn card that he's looking for? It is just desserts, nothing we can do, admit defeat. Okay. Well, let's bring in Dust Tornadoes. We can take out, and Heavy Storm MST, take out Uh, Solar Flare, like, could attack, but does he really want to? We have enough ways to get rid of it with Tsukiyomi, Duskwalla, Mask of Darkness. We don't have his attacking. We have a good bit of monsters. Breaker's not that good. I like Dust Tornado's heavies more. So we'll just swap out these cards and be done siding. I swear, if this guy brings in Decree, he's smoke screening into a fire aggro Decree deck. Alright, we will be going first. Opening hand, Nightmare Wheel, Cyberjar, Heavy Storm, Secret Barrel, Nightmare Wheel. We will set the Cyberjar. And Heavy Storm. And I suppose we'll set the Secret Barrel as well. Because we can flip potentially the Cyberjar. We're going to get a bunch of cards. He will also, in Secret Barrel, will become more powerful. Let's see what he takes out. Takes out a Mirror Force from our hand with Delinquent Duo and Nightmare Wheel. He activates his own Area B. We drop Pot of Greed. Okay, we will get 3 Ojama tokens. I'm going to make sure they're the right ones. We'll put 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. Next, let's activate the Pot of Greed. Getting Ojama Trio ourselves and a Mask of Darkness. Let's then flip summon the Cyberjar. We do take 900. And he has a Panda and a Solar Flare. We will banish 5. We get Tsukiyomi will come to our hand. Duskwalla will get set. To hand. To hand. To hand. This is set. Alright. Next, we'll activate Secret Barrel. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll take 1,800 ourselves. And then we will just MST. Summon Tsukiyomi. Set the Solar Flare Dragon. Attack over it. Just get it right out of here. Main phase 2, set Nightmare Wheel, Just Desserts, Ojama Trio, Curse of Darkness, bring this to hand, and pass our turn. We will activate the Curse of Darkness right away. Pays 1,000 for Pot of Greed. We can make him take 2,000 by using Ojama Trio. Well, Just Desserts, then Ojama Trio. Also important to know that if your opponent has no monsters, you cannot activate Just Desserts. Prio. Okay. So priority is fine. Should technically be tributed right away, but no big deal. And then we will Nightmare Wheel this Guakegire Panda. He sets a back row, sets 2 back row, sets 3, and we're going to activate Just Desserts and Ojama Trio. He will then declare, and he'll take 500. And this Just Desserts will be game. We will set the Mask of Darkness, because it's the best card to set. And activate the Just Desserts right away and say, do you have an out? He did not. Okay. So what's the best thing here? I think, knowing he has Panda, I think the Sakuretsu armors will be decent. Not great, but decent. I think that taking out like one Mask of Darkness and maybe the Sangan. Sangan can attack though, which is good. Maybe a Tsukiyomi. And no, maybe I'll take out one Jar of Greed. That seems fine. Just because with his tokens, you know, stopping those Panda attacks is incredibly important. Alright, our opening hand this time, Ojama Trio, Just Desserts, Curse of Darkness, Torrential Tribute, Sakuretsu Armor. Excuse me, little burp. Don't think you heard it. Alright, he opens up with Delinquent Duo once again. Hitting Just Desserts, and I think we get rid of a Sakuretsu Armor. I like the Trio Torrential. Maybe I should have gotten rid of the Torrential, just because having Trio tokens, he summons a giant rat and passes his turn. Uses Chain Energy, okay. Well, here, we'll go ahead, pay 2,000 just to set our whole hand. Activate Curse of Darkness in the standby phase. And he passes his turn. We draw Heavy Storm, of course. I think we'll just pass our turn. You could be afraid that it's a Desk Koala. He pays 500 to set a back row. Goes to battle. And we will flip summon the mask. Not flip summon. And I think we'll get back the Just Desserts. We draw Graceful Charity. Here. We take... just activating a spell right now is way too much. So I think we're going to set Just Desserts and pass our turn. Yeah, we do take 500. See if he summons a monster. If he does not. Now the question is, do we... we use Just Desserts, followed by Ojama Trio, and then activate the Torrential, so we don't take the 1,400. Actually, I don't think I could. Let me know, guys, in the comments, because I think Torrential misses timing there. That may have been a big goof by me. Well, we'll go ahead, pay 1,500 to activate the Heavy Storm. Secret Barrel, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pay 800. Activate Graceful Charity. Getting MST, Tsukiyomi, Nightmare Wheel. Discarding... Tsukiyomi, I think. Or do we do it's either, I think, like Trio. No, we keep Nightmare Wheel and Trio. And just live on a prayer. We're living on a prayer. We're halfway there. I do think that was a complete... If I had to guess, I think it was a... little cheat by me, but let me know in the comments. That's one of those things with the torrential that is kind of difficult. But I think I missed timing, technically. Well, we're running very low on life points. We draw Ring of Destruction, which in theory keeps us alive as long as he doesn't have another monster. Just go to battle. Alright. We'll use the ring. Take 1400. And pray that he doesn't have. Alright, well, GG's. Yeah, I mean, there was nothing I could do. Literally couldn't set a card. I mean, I had to, because the Ring of Destruction would just be dead. So, not the best showing, but I honestly think, you know, he was playing the better burn deck. Like I said, Panda Burn is just a better burn deck. Burn is viable in GOAT format. Also, me always like to do that. Make sure you guys get the accurate ban list. Burn is a viable deck in GOAT format, but like not this kind of burn. Though I like his Linger Burn. I think, you know, regular Panda Burn. I think like an aggressive Rescue Cat Panda Burn's my personal favorite. Somewhere in between, like, just the Cat OTK and Burn, because the Cat OTK just pushes out so much damage, and then the Burn can kind of sweep up that last, like, 2,000 or 3,000 that you might need. But, you know, I think that's just my personal opinion on the best Burn deck in the format. I think that Stall Burn can definitely win Game 1, but usually your opponent has ways around it in Games 2 and 3, you know, with Decrees or MSTs, like we saw the Decree against that GOAT control player. So, if you guys like this video, like the video, leave comments. I do see everything that you guys want me to play. I have a list, I promise. I I haven't been playing a lot of subscriber suggestions recently, but I see them. I do want to build them. It just, takes me some time, and like I said, it was a busy past few days. But thank you all for watching. I am the YuGiOh Scrub, and goodbye.